Hi, everyone. Very much pleased to meet you all. Welcome to the world of EME, English made easier for you. This is John, your trainer, and I begin a series of classes from today for you on the YouTube. You're most welcome to watch them and benefit from these classes. Actually, there has been many requests from many quarters asking me to help them learn English. Help them learn English in the easiest way possible. Is it possible? Yes, definitely it is. And I'm happy that it has become a possibility. And I'm very happy to help you all to learn the language in the easiest way possible. At the end of these classes, I promise that all of you will be fluent in your English. Today, I'm going to explain to you in today's lesson about the importance of English and why you should learn it by all means. Are you ready? Let's begin then. English, a global language. Variety is the spice of life, says William Cowper in his poem The Task. Variety is the quality of life. There is variety in cultures. There is variety in religions. There is variety in colors. There is variety in the way we speak and the way we eat and the way we dress. And there is a variety in the languages that we speak. Do you know how many languages are there in the world? Any guess? 6,500 languages are there in the world. Well, approximately. And how many languages are widely spoken? It is said that there are 3 languages widely spoken in this world by many people: Chinese, Spanish, and English. Well, most people learn English and they also recommend others to do so. Why is it? Is English better than the 6,499 languages? Is it that important? Does English make your life in any way better and brighter? Well, the answer is very simple and plain. English seems to be the most preferred language today in the current globalized world. In fact, the most preferred language of the entire world. An international language, a global language for a globalized world. Well, there are about 196 countries in the world. About 50 countries have English as their native mother tongue, like England, and as their official language, like Singapore and India. There are about 7.5 billion people in the world, and about 1.5 billion people speak English either as their first language or as their second language. Ours is a globalized world, and in this globalized world, English unarguably occupies a unique place as the most important and inevitable language of the world. One can achieve good many things in this global world with a good knowledge of English. Knowledge is power. The language of science, the language of information and technology, the language of commerce and trade and economics, the language of the internet and the computer, the language of medicine and engineering, the language of mainstream media largely, the language of social media mostly, the language of research, the medium of instruction in many of the university colleges is English. The present educational system gives importance to exposure programs. The students need to travel to different countries for their exposure programs, and the classes there are conducted in English. And so they cannot do well without much proficiency in English. On the other hand, they can come out with the flying colors if they know good English. Therefore, one should necessarily possess a good amount of fluency in English in order to enjoy a better access to knowledge. English, trust me, can certainly assist you to deepen and widen your knowledge. English is a sort of a powerful key that can unlock the star of knowledge. English, a skill, a life skill, a life transforming skill. English is not a language or a subject anymore today. It has undebatably become a powerful skill, a life skill, a skill that can completely transform the life of a person, a skill that can open a world of opportunities. The competitive world hungers and hunts for people, skilled people. Skilled people are sold like hot cakes. They are in high demand. There are so many students I know who have very good knowledge in their own respective fields and subjects. Unfortunately, they are unable to demand job opportunities for themselves simply because they find it difficult to express themselves in English. Multinational companies look for candidates who enjoy good knowledge of English. They require the candidates who can confidently and comfortably communicate in English. English is a great skill today. The multinational companies are in different countries. Employees of such countries can be asked to go to any part of the world. Therefore, the employees of these companies should know good English to be successful in their profession. Remember, perform or perish. English language, trust me without a second thought, opens, expands, and brightens your employment opportunity. Sound knowledge in your own field and good knowledge of English can certainly fetch you your dream jobs. In everyday's life and in everyone's life. Some people mistakenly tend to think that English is the language of the scholars and the rich and the learned. In fact, English has actually become the language of everyone in their everyday life. For example, just count the number of English words that we use from dawn to dusk on a single day. Even the illiterate might use more than 50 words on a day, and it's no exaggeration, I dare say. Since English is one of the official languages in India, it is used widely and predominantly. English is one of the most preferred languages in the Indian government offices and in its official communications. The government orders and communications are sent in English. English is used in India in the interviews, exams, and tests. English is also used at all the government and multinational offices in India, at the airports, at the banks, at the booking offices, at the shopping malls, in the travels, and in many other places and offices. Therefore, good knowledge of English is very helpful in India. Do I need to tell you anything more to convince you about the importance of English? I am sure all of you are convinced. Let's begin then to learn the language. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll be grateful to you if you can give me your comments and post your requests. Looking forward to meet you in the next class.